Dear learners of class 10, welcome to the online class arranged by the authority of Dr. Khastagir Govt Girls High School, Chattogram. Hope you all are safe and sound by the grace of the Almighty Creator and attending the online class regularly. I am also fine by His grace. Well, as you are in class 10 and also SSC examinee, you need to prepare well for the examination. Your preparation time is very short, so make the best and proper use of time so that you can make a good result in the board exam. Well, before going to the class, I want to introduce myself. Here is my identity. I am Biplabi Paul, senior teacher, Dr. Khastagir Govt Girls High School, Chattogram. Here is my mail address also. If you need, you can mail me. This class is for the students of class 10. And it is an English first paper class. At first, look at the pictures. What do you see? This picture is from your EFT book. You see a train and overcrowded people. They are going to their destination. A man is trying to get into the train, but he fails to get into it. Later, he falls down and gets hurt. Thanks to the Almighty, he does not face serious accident. Apparently, these are terrible photos. Anybody will be scared or afraid by looking at them. But people are taking such a risk of life to go back to their roots, to meet their kith and kin, relatives, and spend a quality time with them. Now, dear learners, can you guess what is our today's lesson? Our today's lesson is from your English for Today book. Roots, Unit 12, Roots. Today we shall discuss lesson 1, My Roots. And our allocated time is 30 minutes. Open the book, page 152. And then we shall discuss from these two pages, 152 and 153. Before going to the text, there are some new words for you from the text with their meanings and synonyms. You can note down it for better understanding of the passage. You see there are 10 words. Religious, actually meaning will be relating to our religion or believing in a religion such as Islam or Hinduism or Buddhism. And synonym will be spiritual or sacred. Then invisible. The word is very important here. Invisible. Invisible means unable to see, and synonym will be hidden, imperceptible. Root. Do you know who has roots? Actually, I think you know. Tree has roots. Today we shall read about roots. Roots means here origin, the bottom. Rush. You know, rush means a quick movement towards something, typically by a number of people. And synonym will be hurry and haste. Desire, longing or aspiration. You can say desire means a strong feeling of wanting to have something. Hazard. Here I have written two synonyms for you, danger and risk. Then bond means a connection. Having connection based on kinship, marriage or common interest. You have bond with your friends, or you can say tie, relationship. Identity means individuality. And empty means vacant or void, synonym are here. Festivals, you know, a celebration, a day or period of celebration, you can say celebration. These words you will get in your text. You will learn these words and note down these words in your notebook. Okay. Now, dear learners, Go to the text. It is activity B from your English for Today book. At first, I will read the passage for your better understanding. After reading the passage, you have to do some activities. So I am reading it aloud. You listen to me. You will also read it several times. Reading for several times will help you to understand the passage best and answer in the examination correctly, properly. Okay? Now listen to me, please. Eid is the main religious festival of the Muslims. You know, festival means occasion, celebration of the Muslims in Bangladesh. Eid means happiness. Everyone wants to share their happiness with their near and dear ones. So, most of the people who are living outside their homes for different reasons have a strong desire to get back home during the Eid vacation. As a result, there is a mad rush to board, that is, get into buses, trains, or launches for going home. This often causes transport accidents that take away many lives. That is, many people may die. However, this cannot stop people from going home to meet their family, in-laws, or friends. What makes people rush for their homes in spite of serious hazards means risk? This is nothing but people's desire to return to their roots. Actually, I want to explain here the roots. Roots here means the attraction of people to their homes, to go to their homes. Do human beings have roots like the trees? And I think all of you know trees have roots. Do human beings have roots like the trees? The answer is yes, but unlike, not similar, not the same. The roots of the trees, they are invisible. I have told you before, invisible means not seen, unable to see, and it is hidden. They lie in our minds. Actually, our roots lie in our minds. These roots that make a bond, means connection, relationship with us and family members, in-laws, friends, neighbors, or even between us and the land where we are born and grew up. In that sense, our families, our land of birth, relatives, our culture, traditions, or surroundings, that is environment, are our roots. So I think you can now understand what are the roots of people. Here you will get a question and also the answer here. And whenever we stay, we feel the power of our roots. There is a pull among us to our roots. It's our roots that develop our identity, making us what we are. When we lose that bond, that is relationship with our families, we become rootless. Human beings who do not have any roots are a non-entity. They have no own individuality, non-entity. In other words, they do not have any identity, that is individuality. They do not know where they are from and or where they are heading to, that is going. This often makes them feel empty and lost. Okay, dear learners, this is the passage from your English for Today book. You will read it at least 5 times. Then you will understand the passage best and answer the questions, MCQ, question answer, gap filling activity correctly and properly. For this, you have to read the passage several times. Now, dear learners, it is time for evaluation. I want to see how far you have understood the passage. Here, I have written some questions for you. You have to answer them from the text. Now look, there are 4 questions. I am reading the questions. You also read the question and try to answer them. From the passage, show the reason of great rush on the occasion of Eid. Eid vacation. You have seen the picture or photo. There is a mad rush for going home. What is the reason behind it? Can you say? Okay, number 2, what are our roots? I have already discussed with you. What are our roots? When does a person feel vacant and lonely? Describe. Then the last question. This is the pool of roots. What does the statement refer to? For answering the questions correctly and properly, you will read the passage again from your English for Today book and then try to answer them. Here I have some answers, moral answers. You can write in your own way also. Look, from the passage, show the reason of great rush on the occasion of Eid. Eid is the biggest religious festival of the Muslims and it means happiness. To share happiness with near and dear ones, that is with relatives, people living outside their homes make a mad rush on the occasion of Eid. This is an answer of the question. You can write it in a different way. Now, next question, answer of the question. What are our roots? Our roots are hidden, that is invisible. They lie in our mind. Basically, our families, birthplace, our culture, tradition are our roots. Then number 3, when does a person feel vacant, empty or lonely? Describe. The gravity of our lives is rooted in our family or environments. They help to make our identity and what we are. But the person who does not have the relation with his origin, that is with his root, with his family, is like a rootless tree, devoid of values, humanity, and social responsibilities. That is, a person who is rootless does not have any social responsibilities. The last question here, this is the pool of roots. The statement is from your English for Today book. What does the statement refer to? Here the answer will be, the statement refers to the attraction of people to their homes. Humans always feel the pull of their roots. For this, they rush to get back home whenever they get a chance. For this, we see there is a mad rush for getting into the train. Sometimes they risk their life. Okay, dear learners, these are the questions, and you will practice more questions, MCQ, gap filling activity from the text, which will be in your question paper. I think you have understood the answers of the questions. You must note down them. Now, there is another activity from your textbook. Here you see speech bubbles. There are 4 statements inside the bubbles, and you have to make question. The 4 sentences are, Eid is the main religious festivals of the Muslims in Bangladesh. 1, you have to make a question of this statement. Eid means happiness. Next, in that sense, our families, our land of birth, relatives, our culture, traditions, or surroundings are our roots. The last statement, it's our roots that develop our identity, making us what we are. It is said in the instruction that make questions based on the bubbles. Can you make questions from this statement? I hope you can. Now you match the questions. Number 1, here will be, what is the main religious festival of the Muslims? You all know in our country most of the people are Muslims. So it is the main religious festivals of the Muslims in Bangladesh. It means happiness. The question will be, what does it mean? In that sense, our families, our land of birth, relatives, our culture, traditions, or surroundings are our roots. What will be the question? Here you see number 3. What are our roots? What are our roots? The next or last sentence, it's our roots that develop our identity, making us what we are. So the question will be, what do our roots do to us? Our roots develop our identity, making us what we are. That is, roots are our identity. Okay, dear learners, I hope you have understood the activity and note down them in your notebook. Now it is time for homework. In your exam, there will be letter writing portion. Now, you know a letter has 6 parts. Mentioning these 6 parts, you will write a letter, and the subject matter will be write a letter to your friend Rosaline, who lives in England, describing the Eid vacation you have spent this year. Most of the people of our country, we spend our Eid vacation very happily with our family members, going to the roots. And how you have spent the Eid vacation this year, you will describe it in your letter. In this way, you will make a letter. Okay? I think you have understood the subject matter of the letter. Now it is time to say goodbye. As you know, it is a very pandemic situation. You have to stay home, but you have to continue your study regularly and take your preparation well. We hope for the best. Bye. See you again in the next class.